What's up, pre-calculus students? Today we're going to do what is a radian, one of the most confused things and easy to forget things in the entire world. We're going to use the unit circle to demonstrate this. But for this unit circle, that just simply means that we have a radius equal to 1. All right, let's make a note of that. The radius equals 1. So if this radius is equal to 1 and the circumference of a circle, which we know is 2 pi r from 5th grade math, 2 times pi times radius, the circumference of the circle, as if it was, say, stretched out by a rope, is a linear distance. You could cut this black line right here and stretch this out into a line and measure it with a tape measure. It is linear. So what a radian is if we stretch and imagine this part of the rope maybe coming up to about here, and that being equal to that distance right there. So the radius of the circle equals that purple stretched out arc length of that line right there. And then I connect it, say up to there. Well, that's going to make an angle, which we typically call angles theta right there. And that is going to have a degree measurement. Now, the degree measurement of that angle is 57.3 degrees. 57.3 degrees is actually equal to this thing called a radian. 1 radian. On the calculator, radians are set up by default to be the default choice for angles. They're actually more popular than degrees. It's just we invented degrees as another way of expressing angles. But by default on the calculator, if you take the batteries out, they're going to be in radians. You have to change it to degrees. We fight that battle every day. 57.3 degrees is 1 radian. So the question is, how many of these radians are there in a circle? And if you imagine breaking this down, I'm going to try to just eyeball this. There are other things out there I will link on the website as far as cool looking videos. But if you're wondering how many radians there are, this will be 1 radian. This will be 2, except I need to do it like that. This is 2, 3. Say 4. 5, and you will have a chunk left over. That actually worked out really well there. 4 radians, 5 radians, 6 radians. Remember, a radian is 57.3 degrees. So the question is, in a circle having 360 degrees, it's like saying how many 57.3 degree chunks are there in 360 degrees? And if we divide this by 57.3 degrees, you get a decimal, and I'll put squigglies, equal to 6.28. 6.28 should be familiar. That's actually 2 times pi, which pi is 3.14. 2 times 3.14 is 6.28. If you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slices plus this little piece here, this little itty bitty piece, that is 0.28 of another piece. That's where the 6.28 comes from. So, how many radians are there in a circle? There are 2 pi radians in one circle. Now, what will really blow your mind is if there are, and I'm going to put the switch colors here, 2 pi radians in a circle, how many degrees are there in a circle? There's 360 degrees in a circle. This pink thing that I wrote right here is super important to remember, because from this we can generate the 2 equations needed to convert radians to degrees and degrees to radians. I will just do the first one for you. If I want to convert this into degrees, and if I want to know how many radians is in 1 degree, I would simply divide this by 360, like so. My equal sign. That would cancel right there, giving me 1 degree equals 2 pi radians over 360. 2 pi radians over 360 and this would cancel here. That would cancel. 180. So pi over 180 radians equals 1 degree. That's one equation. And if I go back and I just recopy this right here and solve it for the other side, 2 pi radians equals 360 degrees. And I solve this, if I solve this for radians on the other side, I would divide by 2 pi. And so 1 radian equals, and if I reduce that, it's 180 over pi degrees. Tomorrow, we'll learn to use these formulas, the two in the boxes, to solve problems. You guys have a good one.